Toya Jackson's Playboy video. She says her husband made her do it. How low would she go before she said, enough?
My biggest fear was trying to get away and not making it. Because if I didn't make it, I knew I was dead.
When 2020 continues, after this from our ABC stations. News. Once again, Elizabeth Vargas.
Toya Jackson spent 10 years in a relationship that she says was physically and emotionally abusive behind closed doors. But other low moments unfolded publicly, including the time she turned on Michael Jackson, her brother, in front of the world. Don Daler continues now with Toya Jackson.
And action! Start! Toya!
This is Toya 10 years ago. After 2 top-selling Playboy covers, she was at it again, this time on video. The Jackson family bad girl seemed fiercely determined to make a living with her clothes off. Her apparent willingness to pose nude was, she says today, a lie. It was instead part of ex-husband Jack Gordon's plan to sexually exploit her for millions of dollars.
There are fantasy scenarios in this tape. It did not look like you were being forced to do this.
I did what I was told to do.
You don't seem like you're unhappy.
I have to admit, I was professional when it came to that.
Exposing herself was one thing. Exposing her family was another.
My family pays an awful lot of money to get out of a lot of things. I was there, I lived there, I know what goes on.
Your daughter said damaging things about the family.
Yes.
Did things that were an embarrassment to you.
Yes. Very embarrassing.
I'm running late.
The comments that caused the most damage have now come back to haunt Toya. 11 years ago in Israel, she attacked her brother's behavior with children.
You condemned Michael for molesting young boys.
I remember that well.
Gotta move!
Toya claims Gordon forced her to read from a script.
But I cannot, and I will not, be a silent collaborator of his crimes.
You don't seem like you're reluctantly repeating something that the puppet master is making you repeat.
And these kids are going to be scarred for the rest of their life. And
you have actual emotion and outrage in your voice.
Yes, I do. And I better have it in my voice. I better do with this. And I better do it with conviction. I've been beaten too many times not to do it with it.
But did you believe what
Would
you were
I do
saying?
this on my own? Absolutely not. I love my brother. Michael is one of the sweetest persons on this earth. You have no idea. He is so misunderstood.
Have you talked to Michael about that press conference?
No. We have never discussed that press conference.
Michael! Toya admits that heartfelt family talks are just not the Jackson way.
We do talk, we do touch on subjects, but a heart-to-heart sit-down, no.
It's just not the way it's done.
In my family, no. We kind of like breeze over topics. It's always done that way for some odd reason. But it's okay.
To keep the peace?
It works. And that's what's important.
With the start of her brother's criminal trial for child molestation just days away, Toya explains that the same sheltered upbringing that led to her troubles has also contributed to Michael's.
He is so disconnected with the outside world that he doesn't understand how they view him. And it's really sad. But I don't think that he will stop seeing children, because when you don't see anything wrong that you're doing, it's like, but I'm doing nothing wrong.
Hanging out with young boys looks wrong to society.
He loves children. We all love children. It's been quite difficult having this great love for children because people take it the wrong way. And the results are upon us today, as we can see.
Michael continued with children because he was innocent. The people that accused him know they're lying.
Both mother and daughter are certain that Michael is a target.
Why would a boy nurse someone else back to health and then turn around? And even when they're sick, this kid was sick. He was dying. Why would he molest him? Would you? Nobody would. A sick child? No.
As the Jacksons rally to support Michael in the fight of his life, Toya remembers her own struggle to free herself from Jack Gordon. It was the spring of 1996, and she had reached rock bottom in her life and her career. She says Gordon was insisting she do the unthinkable.
He had me scheduled to do a pornographic movie, and I wasn't going to stoop that low. He had made me do everything on this earth, and I wasn't stooping that low.
While living in New York City with Gordon, LaToya says she marshaled the courage to finally reach out for help. She called her brother Randy in Los Angeles.
As soon as she called and said she was ready to come home, I told my son Randy, I said, you get on the plane right now and go and get her.
That day, she says Randy and a cousin flew cross-country to rescue her. While Gordon was out, she fled, she says, still in her pajamas, arriving in Las Vegas, where she filed for divorce and sued Gordon in civil court, claiming years of abuse, claims he continues to deny.
I look at it now and go, you idiot, why did you do these things? Why didn't you just walk away? It's not that easy. You just don't do it.
She says for the next several years, she kept a low profile, trying to heal.
I didn't leave the house for 6 months. I stayed in. I was terrified of just him and life and not knowing what was on the other side of that door.
Today, 8 years after she left Jack Gordon, she is, as we said, starting over.
Is it like it always was?
She's back in the Jackson family fold and making up for lost time. She is the only Jackson sibling who's never received a gold record. In fact, her vocal abilities have often been the subject of ridicule. Now, with a new single that's done well on the dance charts, she hopes to change all that. But doing so will be a challenge.
You have certain people like the DJs, I don't know if we're going to play that because she can't sing. They won't even listen to it. Mind you, everybody that gets it loves it.
Hey, we're all done.
I'm a lot stronger than I used to be, and I'm very proud of it. I'm very happy at who I am today.
LaToya Jackson's new CD is out in May. We'll be right back.
When